Solomon Joshua Madiba is 2 months old today. He never got a chance to see or even get the embrace of his mother. His auntie offered to take care of him since he was born, and his father devastated and broken. His newly married wife died in August while giving birth at Koboko Hospital. After Madiba's baptism, the family is here to pay respect to his mother, Media Christine. But it is not only Christine who they are remembering today. It is also Joshua's twin brother, who was buried just behind the house. He too died during birth. August 10th, 2020, Mendia Christine was rushed to Teremunga Health Center 3 at about 7 p.m. when her labor pains intensified. Her brother Albert Malise recalls a moment-by-moment account.
Now when she was taken to Teremunga at around 7, but she could not deliver immediately that very day. They realized that very day that the children were 2.
At about 5 a.m., she gave birth to a baby boy. At 9 a.m. the next day, Mendia was rushed to Koboko Hospital in an ambulance since she had failed to push the second baby.
Then immediately when we reached, we explained it to those other nurses also, the situations. Then the nurse from Teremunga also went too, told them what has happened. Now they said if like that, I think they can operate. Then they called for the doctor. So now in the duration of calling for the doctor from around 9, the doctor arrived at around 12. From 12, when the baby now was operated, they informed us that the baby is operated but is dead.
Joshua's twin brother was a stillbirth. Part of the family members then rushed home to bury him. Malise stayed at the hospital to wait for his sister to get out of the theater.
Reaching around 3, they said the blood is, there's problem of blood because of our bleeding. There's a problem of blood, so we should go and buy blood from Pioneer.
But it was too late.
Because it was taken to the room to the theater at 12. Then until when we now saw her when she was now actually in a different condition, that she has died at 4.
Mendia Christine was now an addition to the statistics of women who die while giving birth to life. Abure Simon, her husband, has so many questions than answers.
But what I want just to know, government can provide blood to the hospitals or what? This is what I want to know, because I lost a very important partner.
We visited Koboko Hospital, where Mendia Christine died. The hospital has a maternity ward, which is classified as a high-volume facility. Laboro Emmanuel Ejuku is the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for the district. Laboro is aware about the death of Mendia Christine.
Unfortunately, when the doctors operated, they removed the kid, there was heavy bleeding, and yet there is no blood. There was no blood at that time. I think there was only a success to get blood somewhere else, not from here, because look at the distance from Koboko to Arua. It's quite long distance.
Dr. Buyinza adds that government should increase on the financial investment to the Uganda National Blood Transfusion Services.
With a population of close to 49 million, according to the World Health Organization standards, Uganda is supposed to be having blood enough for at least 1% of the population.
So here in the labor ward of Kawempe, we receive like 6 to 8 mothers in a 24 hours period who come with excessive bleeding.
Most times, as you'll see from the ward, that's when we go there, is that the people who are in the health facility are able to notice that this bleeding is more than the ordinary because of their experience.
The issue is to do with training health workers, okay? We need to make sure that we are able to mobilize resources and then have these supplies always available.
We are able to identify it even during antenatal so that we can be able to predict that this mother has chances of bleeding after this delivery. If a mother says during her previous pregnancy she experienced such a problem, we keep a very keen eye, a watch on such a mother.
We also ensure that we instruct the mother to empty bladder at least every 31 hours time.
The National Annual Maternal and Perinatal Death Surveillance and Response Report 2018-2019 released by the Ministry of Health has named haemorrhage as the leading cause of maternal mortality, accounting for nearly half of all deaths.
We advocate that deliveries need to be in at least health facilities which are able to manage these complications, like a health center. They should be able to detect early and refer early.
If people can prevent unwanted pregnancies, then we reduce the number of women who are pregnant, and we reduce the number of women who are going to experience what? Excessive bleeding.
We are requesting the spouses to be part and parcel of the management of their wives. When they need to access hospital, they should be there for them and do the needful.
And we have men here. Men involvement is very key if you have to reduce death due to excessive bleeding.
Chances of survival are there because we have worked on many who have survived the death because of hemorrhage.
Me, I deliver to Kawala. To Kawala, I deliver very well. When I deliver very well, they put me on the bed. I rest. There I'm fine. Some few minutes, the blood has started to come in. That is too much. When I was finished, no going. My body has started to shake.
There's one doctor, he's speaking our language. She come and asked me, said, this girl doesn't have enough blood. They need to take her to where? Kawemba Hospital.
The report titled, Every Mother and Newborn, revealed that 46% of all maternal deaths are due to hemorrhage. Institutional maternal mortality ratio was highest at regional and national referral hospitals at 382 per 10,000 deliveries.
The only factory for blood is a fellow human being. So Ugandans as citizens, we need to actually also be able to be sensitized to appreciate that the blood we hold is so important, so valuable, that it is actually a resource that could actually be the only thing needed by your colleague, by your neighbor, by your fellow citizen, to make them actually see another day.
We also know that in Uganda, the maternity rate of women, the rate at which women in this country are dying is quite high, currently standing at 336 deaths per 100,000 live births.
This has been accounting for close to 40% of the maternal death which happen in this country. That means addressing postpartum hemorrhage, we would be making a significant reduction in maternal death in this country.
We do appreciate that women and girls love quality health care that is equitable and dignified. But again, we need to appreciate from their perspective what is it that they mean or understand by that.
It is also important that while mothers come for this to deliver in the public health facilities, the hospitals should be equipped with blood in sufficient quantities which can be available for these mothers when they need them.
So this formed a call for White Ribbon Alliance to start the What Women Want campaign or chapter to really get to understand what women mean by quality, equity, and dignity.
I therefore call upon the government of Uganda, the Ministry of Health, the blood bank to ensure an efficient and effective supply chain mechanism for blood that involves effective mobilization of collection of blood, distribution, storage, and quick response.
For now, Mendia Christine adds on the number of women who die while giving birth due to hemorrhage at health centers. Little Solomon Joshua Madiba will live without a mother and his twin brother.